This is egusi, and today we are going to be combining it with other ingredients to make an incredibly rich, flavorful, tender Cameroonian traditional meal called egusi pudding. It is a meal made from ground melon seeds, spices, and proteins of choice, and it is steeped until it becomes so tender and flavorful. If you're new to Cameroonian cuisine, or probably you're just curious about what we Cameroonians are eating, then this is something you should definitely try. And if you're Cameroonian and you probably don't know how to make a egusi pudding, settle in because I am going to be sharing with you my recipe of egusi pudding. I hope you have fun cooking.
Egusi is loved in both Cameroon and Nigeria, but one thing I find fascinating is how differently we use it. While many people know Egusi for the famous Egusi soup, Cameroonians might have a few more Egusi tricks off their sleeves. Today I'm sharing one of my favorite. We are going to be needing fish, horse mackerel, or you can use any fish of your choice. Other popular proteins are pork and also cow meat. And then we also need some spices. Now, these are not your regular spices. They might be white pepper and black pepper, but it's not your regular black pepper. We call it bush pepper, quite strong and has a very great aroma. Of course, you can use your regular black pepper if this is so difficult to find. We are also going to be needing some vegetable oil for that beautiful shine, and then some egg for binding. Some people don't add, some people, but I do recommend you adding at least one egg for that beautiful binding. Then we are also going to be needing some crayfish. So let's begin with the fish. I'm going to season the fish with some salt and then add in some garlic clove. This is about 3 garlic cloves. And I like to steam the fish first because it stays tender and gives me a flavorful stock that I will use later.
So the fish is steaming and I want to show you something. Yes, I know you're about to ask. In this day and age, who still use this? Of course, I am that old school. Sometimes I feel nostalgic and I buy things that... So we are going to be using this hand machine right here to grind. Yay! When I saw this machine, it instantly took me back to my childhood because I remember back then anyone who owned this machine was actually considered to be a very rich person. So before the coffee grinders, before the blenders, before the food processor, this was already making waves.
Now the egusi is done and dusted, we're gonna take that and keep aside and head on to the fish. Debone the fish, make sure you get every bit of bone out of the fish because we don't want it coming in the way when we are enjoying the egusi pudding. Next, we are going to add in the fish stock into the egusi and then stir. At this point, we want a consistency that is not overly runny, nor should it be so hard. We just want something that after it is done cooking, it should be moist and very tender and soft. After mixing into the desired consistency, then you want to head on to add in the rest of the ingredients. You're gonna add in the crayfish, and then you add in the blended peppers. I forgot to say I added some bird's eye chili pepper, and then I'm gonna adjust the seasoning by adding a little bit more salt and then just one Maggi cube. After all, you don't need to add the Maggi cube. Okay, now mix that until it is smooth and nice. Then this is the perfect time to crack down the eggs. Once you do that, then you mix until everything comes together, and finally you're gonna go in with the vegetable oil and the fish. Gently fold in the fish, making sure not to break the fish further because we still want the fish chunky and into bite sizes. Now, this is the part where I really tend to miss home because traditionally this would often be wrapped in leaves, warm banana leaves, but leaving it within means adapting with what's available. At this point, I really miss that warm, earthy aroma that comes out from the banana leaves. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mimic the same way we used to wrap our egusi pudding into banana leaves back then home in Cameroon, and we're gonna be using some parchment paper and aluminium foil. Just fold that upward and voila! Now, place the wrapped egusi into a very deep pot so the steam doesn't escape quickly, and then add some water, cover and let it to steam for at least 2 hours. You want to make sure it takes the time to steam so it becomes firm, aromatic and so tender. And while that is happening, let's go ahead and prep the accompaniment. Normally, this is commonly served with a fermented cassava called melon, but I couldn't have access to that. So today I am going to be using some plantains. Now peel your plantains, clean them properly, and then cut into whatever sizes you like, and then cook until tender. This has been steaming for at least 2 hours. Of course, I was checking the water content in between and let it to cool down slightly before serving with your plantains. This is one of the meals that reminds me of home. And if you're really interested in trying this out, make sure you check the description box down below for full measurements and ingredients. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share with your friends, someone who is so curious about what other people are eating. Until next time, see you. Bye.